In PowerShell, did you ever wonder what if the data type use pipelines to run commandlets? So here I've got a commandlet called getChildItem, which basically retrieves the file or directory listings. So I pass this with the command operator to the next object. What data type will it be? So you can find out the data type in two ways. So the first one is using getMember and then its properties. So here, if I run this command, and as you can see here, if I scroll to the top, and here we've got a type name. It says it's of system.io.fileinfo. So that's a data type that's returned by this getChildItem procedure or commandlet. So here, this commandlet basically takes that object and works out its properties, type, and its methods. So here you can see we've got the following properties for this. So here you've got information such as the directory name, full file name, you've got last access time, length, and so on. And you can see what type of property it is, whether it's a get or a set property. So here you can actually modify the last write time because it's got a set property. So you know you can actually modify that property. So here, alternative way is you store that in a variable. So I'm just going to call that variable obj, and I'm going to run this command and then use the getType function. So let's see what that gives us. So I have run this, and as you can see here, it's that command getType has returned object at the type that is of type array. So why has that happened? It's because when we queried this file location, it has multiple files and folders. So that in turn is stored in an array, and that array is of type object. So how do we get to know when we had it's actually of type system.io.info? Because it's an array, you can access the elements like this with the index notation. And here, if I run this command, and as you can see now, the first element, so wherever the first tile is, we can now see getType returns system.io.fileSystemInfo. So this is type file info. So this is the one that matches the earlier one we had here, file info, system.io.fileinfo. So there are two methods here. You can see you could get the overall type as returned, but if you want to dig down, you could go down to the array, or you can use getMember, and it basically will just look at one of those items, so the first file and so on, and print its properties and methods. I prefer the getMember because it's just much easier to use. I hope you like this video and it has been useful for you.